help if I went live, eh? Hey, we're live. Hype indeed. Thanks for tuning in. So as I was saying, I think still getting the hang of this YouTube streaming thing. But yeah, got some better internet, so I'm actually able to do some casting and whatnot. Let me know if, like, audio-wise, like, again, consider this basically a test stream. It doesn't look like we're dropping any frames at the moment. The upgraded internet, as I mentioned earlier, is a little unstable. So really just trying to see how stable it is, basically. Trying to do some streaming. So I will keep an eye on the chat, of course. Feathers. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's the thing, right? Like the Yomi tournament community has definitely shrunk over the last, I would say, last year was probably the biggest contraction, oddly enough. But we've been seeing, actually, in the last couple of tournaments, we've been seeing a couple of new people show up, which is very exciting, of course. So definitely hoping that they stick around, play this fantastic game. It's always more fun to play against a wide variety of opponents. Like, you get a lot of different strategies that start developing. Like, the way you play against a new player versus an experienced player versus a player you've never faced before and have no idea, like, what their level of skill is at, versus, you know, a variety of different, like, every different skill set and experience level of your opponent, real or imagined, really does change the way you play. So being able to flex different strategies is definitely a skill you've got to learn if you want to be good at tournament play. And that's tested more if you have a wide variety of opponents. So not only is it fun to play a whole bunch of different people, it's also quite nice and skill testing. Okay, stream sounds good, looks good, excellent, great. So yeah, I tested briefly yesterday just for image quality. It looks like you should be able to get 1080p. Of course, Yomi, not a particularly hardware intensive and like graphically intensive game, so that's ideal. But you can still glory and marvel at its beautiful art in crisp, high definition. So yeah, we were talking a little bit about this matchup earlier on, and how, like, Gwen secretly doesn't have any matchup numbers at all because nobody plays Gwen. Yeah, so there is a delay, unfortunately. I'm doing normal latency right now, so the delay should be maybe in the range of like a minute or so. I can try later doing like a low latency or ultra low latency speed stream just to see if that's, you know, marginally different or particularly good. But yeah, like, I don't actually know, like, how bad is this matchup for Gwen. I think a lot of people assume that like Argagarg is advantaged in this just because the combination of Gwen's innate and Arg's innate means that Gwen dies twice as fast. But, like, I don't know, the difficult thing for Argagarg is always, like, finding enough damage to actually force Gwen into lethal range, right? And he doesn't have massive damage output, so presumably if Gwen doesn't, like, lose outright in the first, like, lose combat to max damage in the first, like, couple of turns with a huge Arg life lead, she should be able to, like, get back into it, right? It's not like you need queens in this matchup in neutral, right? So you can save them for bubble shield turns. So like if you ever do run into bubble shield, it shouldn't be that serious for you to like spend a queen to, or queen put Arg in the queen throw mix up to get out of it. And then otherwise you just hit like 2 trucks taped together, so it seems like it should be okay. It's probably uncomfortable. And Arg does have like double ace and like normal ace to extend his ability to live, but I don't even know. Like what is this historically even? He asks as he flips to the matchup chart. So, Arg versus Gwen. Okay. So it's solidly Arg favored in the matchup chart. So at least in tournament play, it's 61 wins versus 38 losses for Argagarg. So 6.2%, or 6.2. 62% win rate in the. So I guess it's deceptively good for Arg, maybe. There we go. All right. So we're going to have a rematch. Well, you called next, Arthur, so go get in there. Oh, wait. Okay. Feathers with the Gloria. Interesting. I don't even know. Feathers, what do you play? Oh no. Ah, okay. So not too much Persephone experience, or entirely the wrong kind of Persephone experience. So what's this matchup like? This is a matchup that like never happens, right? Like Arquins and Gloria. Oh, okay, okay. That's a cool mix. Versus the dominant throw, dominant attack, most HP. What do you want? Does she? This is very cursed. I. Oh shit. Oh my god. The MLG barrier soul. Wow. 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 Extremely cursed. Deep curse alert. Oh my god. Alright, so yeah. All the aces are gonna go away. Both of the kings. Good start. Persephone now at the ideal Persephone hand size of 5 cards and no knockdown. Definitely what you want to see. So like the thing is that like neither of these characters actually deals any damage on combat win, really. Like Persephone definitely doesn't. Except if she like crosses up into Ace Ace. Like Gloria kind of does, but she also hurts herself. Like it's what tools they like. Yeah, I mean, I guess Persephone, like your like Gloria's weaknesses definitely line up to Persephone's strengths, but I don't know. I think this is still a like the results are not yet in on what this matchup is. He says as he goes to the tournament results matchup chart to see what the hell it is. What is this? What even are we looking at right now? Persephone versus Gloria. Very even. I mean, 60 total matches played since like 2015 in tournament, so like, you know, it's not the most popular matchup, certainly, but 33 wins to 31 losses for Persephone, so she's got like the most minuscule lead. Now, of course, that's always deceptive, right? Like the matchup, the tournament matchup results don't reflect the true matchup in most cases. Especially where there's like very little play happening. Jesus, what happened? Where did powers up by discarding? Okay, well, one of them was Jack of Hearts. Okay, I was about to say feathers. What are you doing? This madman is powering up with jacks, the best card in the game. Maybe not the best card in the game. Definitely one of Gloria's most important cards, for sure. Alright, so the first thing that the Gloria player is going to want to do in this situation is win combat somehow. And then from there, the sky's the limit. Okay, so we've got 10 coming back. Expect to see that played immediately. Yep, there we go. Ooh, those are some nice cards to deny. So the nice thing that Carolad can do on this turn is just play a queen. And if Feathers blocks, then he gets to toss all of those cards into the garbage. So the only way out for Feathers... Yeah. So the only way out from Feathers from that setup would be to like attack or throw. Or like otherwise lose combat, which is always, you know, not the plan you want to be pursuing as the Gloria player. If your Gloria like if your strategy as Gloria in any matchup is like I'm gonna lose combat a lot, reevaluate, you know, your life choices. Okay, let's have a 6. Definitely the most useless card in the bunch. Both sides of that are going to lose to basically anything that Carolad's going to reveal there. So Ace is going to go away for sure. Then probably the 2 10s. Oh no, he only gets to get one of these. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's always tricky. Like, can you... I mean, is it really worth to put, you know, heart cards in Gloria's discard? I think probably just getting the ace. Wow, the wake up 8 throw though. Can we talk about how sick that was? The reads on this man? What do we got? 8-5 Jack? Okay. Alright, now we see the true power of those power-ups. Talk about valuation traps. There's no way your opponent's going to expect you to have the 3rd Jack in hand. And I think, yeah, challenging to know exactly what you're supposed to do in this situation. Like, do you really want that Jack? You have a Jack of Hearts in the discard, so maybe you just pick that one back up later. Okay. Decides to not take the Jack back, just take Deal 10 additional damage. Here we could probably discard. Oh wow, no. Okay, I'm gonna hold the. It's gonna hold the ace there as long as possible. I guess the other two cards are pretty low value. It was the 9 and a 3, right? Nope. It's the Ace of Hearts back, a little bit of healing. Is that the first heal of the set? Yeah, discard the ace for sure. No need to give our opponent that for free. Oh, the 9 throw, my god. The madman. Carla definitely respecting Gloria's options here. With 2 kings, 3 jacks in the discard, though, I don't know how valid that is. All plays are valid. Some are just more valid than others. But dodging definitely very safe. Depending on what's in Carolad's hand, he should be quite happy to deal with any kind of mix-up shenanigans. I mean, Gloria doesn't really have a cross-up game to speak of. She just wins by dominating the 2.2 speed range with her jacks and her kings. There's the king, beaten by Wake Up Queen. And there's at 19 hit points. Only 7 cards in hand. So the heals are going to be tough. He's 3 overdoses and a 1 combat away from taking the game. Problem is he can only overdose once right now. And no healing. So we reset back to neutral. You're gonna see a throw punish from Carolad. No, counter throw. Blown up by the honest jack. Oh, he found the 4th one. What a god. What an absolute legend. 2, 3, 4. Yeah. All right. Well, gives him some cards, but is going to get potentially 8 hit points of healing here. Carolad's like, nope. BT dubs. I've got 9s. Very unfortunate counter there for Feathers. Definitely could have used that additional 4 hit points. Does now have ace in hand. Oh, no, chooses not to get it. Okay, going for the jack instead. So the threat here from Gloria is honest jack or dodge into jack. Wow, gets the dodge off. 1 joker already in the discard. On Feathers, I'm definitely playing into this and getting gold bursted, or a blue bursted. Oh, goes for lethal. Got the reach. Wow. The clutch plays. Nicely done, Feathers. Yeah, that's a cool match. Alright. Alright, Arthur win. V Gloria. Arthur wins in neutral. What will he do? Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. So this one I have actually played for all of like 2 games, 3 games maybe. So it's interesting. Like Lum, yeah. I mean, there are definitely some rare matchup tournaments. Yeah, I mean, like like Yomi tournament community's been around for a pretty long time, so there's been a lot of really weird formats. Yeah, yeah. There's like pick and ban. Ooh, and that's a rough card to lose off of roll the dice. Yeah, there's like there's Persephone's pick your poison. Vengeful Pickles run like a ton of tournaments with only specific counter picks allowed. So like only very even counter picks, but the least played even counter picks. So I kind of called that tournament jokingly. The Vengeful Pickle helps me fill out the matchup chart. We get a little bit more stats. The only difficulty there is you're just going to get bad stats because a lot of people are playing like games, like matchups and characters that they're not super familiar with. So it's not like you get a ton of information, but you can get like some low level, like generally if 2 random people picked up these characters and played them against each other, what would it look like? So still a lot of fun. Yeah, no, seriously. Eventual Pickle like single-handedly putting the entire Yomi tournament community on his back. Developed a handy like script that runs on the forums that makes like scheduling matches and stuff like that super super easy and automated. Oh my god, the blow ups. See, this is a stream only combo. I want to talk about like stream only combos and plays. Like, there's no reason for Lum to ever play a 5 attack, and there's no reason for Feathers to ever like throw into it. So that's only like that's the kind of stuff you're like watch. That's like grappler player shit. Like check this out. Check out this read. and then you either see the hypest shit ever, or the grappler player justifiably gets absolutely obliterated on the next turn. Yeah, I guess this is probably one of the few matchups where you roll. Oh god, that's this guy. Get banned, Carolad. Get banned. um, and that's why we don't reveal 10 attacks in the Rook Zane matchup, right? But yeah, like this is one of the few matchups where Lum, as a Lum player, like okay, as a Lum player, I hate rolling the dice if I don't. Yeah, I mean it is. It's foolish. That's actually Rook only grappler life is loving high normals. Like Midori and Trock actually have justifiable reasons, to play better cards. So it's on recording. Oh, it's sick. Okay, you got it. Again, stream only. It's stream only combos. So the real like wrestling match in this matchup is like Gloria needs to carefully manage her life total, like more than in other like more explosive matchups, just because Lum has so much out of combat damage. So you can't do like Rushdown Gloria where like every combat win you overdose without thinking, because if you get to like the magic number is like 13, right? Because that's the like average outcome off of a poker flourish hand. So if you're ever at 13 hit points, you're actually just dead. Like, if you end the turn at 13 hit points, you might just die. Like, Lum just checks your health chart. Like, it's like Dr. Lum. He just checks your chart and he just, like, turns it around and it's just a skull. It's just a badly, like, drawn skull. And he's just like, oh, sorry, dude. Okay, full house. So we get 7 free damage. Hey! Hello, Josh. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining the stream. Just playing some, or watching some casual Yomis. Again, this is kind of a stream test because the my internet's a little bit unstable at the moment. So do let me know if there's any technical issues. Sound's not coming through, or there's a lot of potential issues or something like that. But yeah, welcome. Come watch this young woman get obliterated by a bear. Good, clean family fun. Yeah, nice. I like the knockdown there, depriving Feathers of his ability to heal. Getting rid of that pesky healing ward there. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Plays very differently from a lot of different characters. Good beginning advice against Gloria is to block a lot. Just because the way that her ace reads, she has to win combat. And a lot of people are like take that to mean like, oh, I can't lose combat. Like I've got to when I'm playing against Gloria, I've got to win combat all the time. That's actually incorrect. You actually just have to not lose combat. So ties are totally fine. And the reason I say block a lot is because that forces, if Gloria wants to win and get that additional draw value off of her overdose, then she's going to need to throw you. Because the only thing that beats block, in most cases, is a throw. So, yeah, block more as your starting like advice. Okay, sweet, no hiccups. That's great. Yeah, yeah. This is what, like a Go Fish matchup. There's like no. I guess Go Fish has strategy. It's war, right? Like both players are just looking at their own hands and just making decisions purely inside their own cards. That's not true, but it can feel that way for sure. So 4 speed slower. This is an opportunity for, this makes throws very scary here for Gloria. Yeah, there we go. Does the brave thing, plays a 6.2 speed king. Knock down the panda. And here we go. Arrest this man, yeah. This is potentially just a lethal setup on Arthur Wynn's part. Let's see how many aces or 10s still remain. So 2 10s, 2 aces in the discard, so 8 card hand. So okay, pretty unlikely there. Play continues. But Feathers is definitely in the danger zone right now. Yeah, also has to worry about gotta go big or go home. Yeah, exactly right, Carolad. So yeah, saying block is especially good in this matchup as Lum also has inevitability. Yeah, it's true. The out of combat damage that Lum can output is much higher in terms of burst. So like Gloria, you know, she always deals 10 out of combat. It's always 10. Lum can sometimes just take your head off with 20 or 21 damage, just out of nowhere, or even higher if he's got 7s and he happens to hit, you know, aces in hand. But Feathers navigating the late game here, staying alive. So it's also interesting because it's one of the matchups where Gloria actually doesn't control the neutral. Like Lum's Queen and Jack actually outspeed both Gloria's King and Jack, and are beaten only. Well, Lum's Jack is only beaten by Gloria's Queen. So it is more of a neutral game. Like there's a more standard kind of footsies game between these two characters than you would ordinarily expect. Yeah, that is big damage. Gonna get that Jack back. And it is gonna overdose. And given that Arthur played the ace in neutral, there's now 3 aces in the discard. So he has to have a very specific combination of cards to be able to really threaten Poker Flourish, like out of combat lethal. So I think what probably happens in a lot of this matchup, like when it's played by people who might not be super familiar with it, it's probably that like Gloria does her Gloria stuff, like she's winning combat and healing and dealing overdose damage. Oh, nice. Free 2 free damage there for for Feathers. And then like at some point, like Gloria's at like 20 hit points, and then all Lum is doing is just like clutching his 10. Like he's got his 10 trained on Gloria, and he's just gathering aces, like just slotting aces into his 10. Okay, spends the ace again to no avail. Feathers slowly pulling out of lethal range here. Oh, hey, we got, looks like 6 viewers right now. That's awesome. Hello, everybody. Hope you're enjoying the casuals. As I said earlier, this is kind of a test stream. Just upgraded my internet very recently. Just want to make sure that it's not too unstable. So do let me know if there's any technical challenges. You should be able to watch this in 1080 or 720. But yeah, otherwise we're just commentating some matches. Ooh, big burst, and that will put him to 1. Just shy. Okay, we're gonna get knocked down here though, and then things are gonna get very dicey very quickly. If yeah, I would definitely do that for sure. And now you're threatening queen. If you can pick up another ace, that's I think checkmate. 0.8 speed. You would have to have triple ace wake up. Actually, might be. Okay, everybody be real quiet and let's see if we can get a wake up triple ace super out of the Gloria player. Ah, dang. Oh, it would not. That would have tied, right? No, it would have lost to the queen. Ah, dang. All right, well, Feathers anticipating correctly that Arthur Wynn was going for the safe stuff. Resist the temptation. I'm just imagining, the sweating space guy meme where he's dabbing at furiously dabbing at the sweat. And he's got 2 buttons in front of him, and then one of them is labeled "Deal your opponent 10 damage." And then the other one is labeled "Just die." That's Feathers right now. It's just like, ugh. Trying to mash. Ooh. Catches the dodge. Pretty sick. unfortunately unable to overdose because he was not able to heal up to 11 hit points. Yeah, that's true. No, you're right. You're right. Okay, so we edit the meme so that the two buttons actually are the same button. It's just one button, and then just sweat it. Oh, yeah, there it is. There it is. The MLG7 claims another victim. And everybody feels robbed. Yeah, no, that was a good game. Well played, Feathers. All right, who's next? Okay, Carolad jumping in with the random. Is Lum gonna stay, or is Arthur gonna stay as Lum? That's the question. Yeah, Lum not a character we see very, very often. I think people are just they're so wary and fearful or hateful of the like Lum Arg or Lum de Grey matchup that just doesn't see a lot of tournament play. He's a really strong character though. But you definitely like he's got a similar kind of thing to like Onimaru with those two particularly bad matchups, and he is harder to play than Onimaru. So I think for that reason, not a lot of people pick him. Oh, Dan, you're getting hit with the the latency mix-up. All right, let's talk more rock. There we go. Oh wow, what a god! Randoms into de Grey. What a genius! Can anyone stop this man? All right, so let's hopefully Carolad will illustrate just why this matchup is so bad. Okay, I like the opening king from Arthur there. Just checking any aggressive options on de Grey's part. Yeah, picks back up the king. King's really nice, I think, in this matchup. It can be a lot of burst, right? Up to 30 burst damage if you collect all 4, and then you can also toss them for 4 of a kind. Hey, there we go. So I like this. So this is a pretty foundational strategy that any character can employ against de Grey, which is just play like big duffs in the early game. Because in the early game, you're not likely to see a ton of dodges from de Grey, even if he has them. Okay, Arthur going for dodge of his own. Trying to catch... Hey! Wondrous Hippo joins the party. Dun, 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 dun. That's cool. We haven't... I mean, I think the Yomi scene has kind of like brought itself to... It's just at the place right now where there's not a lot of like casual games happening. There's not a ton of like people just sort of hanging out in quick match. So it's kind of cool. I'm glad this is bringing a couple of people out of the woodwork. This is reminding me a lot of like early in Yomi's lifetime for me, like my first year or two in the community, where we'd just have like big casual rooms. Everybody would like hang out and chat and get hype and rowdy. So it's kind of cool to see this. Definitely digging it. All right, so oh my god, oh boy. Oh jeez, oh gosh, oh golly. Casual 38. That was great. Never respect. No gods, no kings, only duff. Classic. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. That's really cool. I didn't know you were a new player. I thought, like, I know Feathers has been around fairly early on, so I didn't know like if you were a returning player or whatnot. Yeah, absolutely. So, what we used to do is like people would just call like quarter, so like call back to the old arcade scene where you just put your quarter up and then you're next in line. Winner stays on, of course, unless somebody has to like leave or go grab lunch or something. And yeah, if there's anything you don't want to ask in the actual Yomi client, and you want to instead, uh, without bothering people or whatever, feel free to ask it in the chat. I'm happy to answer any questions about anything, even if I don't know the answer. I will tell you if I don't know the answer, if I'm just guessing or whatnot. I won't pretend to any secret knowledge I don't actually have. But yeah, if there's any... Oh, thanks, man. Thanks, Carolad. Plug in the stream. Yeah, just gonna make it a little easier for people to find it if they need to. All right, another big duff. That is an 18 damage pile bunker. Yeah, this is kind of why this matchup's just, let's call it kind of rough, which is code for pretty abysmal for the Lum player, because Lum is a character that like he sits back, he builds up, he controls things like he controls the neutral with like jacks and queens and like good speed moves, and he's got big damage potential off that stuff. But all of that is kind of option selected and shut down. Like the way he pays for all of that power he has in the neutral is that his throws are not particularly good. They have fairly little burst off of them. I won't say they're not good, because speed-wise they're quite good. It's just that they cost a lot. They're not card efficient in terms of their damage. Then yeah, and De Grey as a result has incredible value off of his ace dodge. So you kind of have to play it in a fairly non-standard way as Lum. All right, so Wondrous Hippo is going to be up next, playing against RNG God Carolad. Oh, fair enough, Arthur. Yeah, the only rules in casuals is just you play one and then you move off. Winner stays on. Otherwise, do what you want. Oh, okay. Speaking of, oh yeah, let me go back to. Thank you, by the way. Wondrous. I'll call you Hippo. It's easy. It's better that way. Yeah, sad that I gave up on Rook. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, right? Like I definitely feel like my issues with Rook are my issues with Rook. There are other players that play Rook very well. When I play Rook, I only ever got a 50% win rate, and the bad matchups for Rook are matchups I absolutely loathed to play. So it was really more of a like, if I'm going to be playing this character in tournament, and my opponents are also playing to win and playing, characters that are going to give them the best odds of winning tournaments, and that involves beating me, then I'm going to see a lot of those. I'm going to see a lot of those matchups I hate. And at that point, it was just a decision of like, well, do I value my participation in the Yomi tournament scene more or less than I value my loyalty to this character? Yeah. Oh, I'm abysmal at both sides of this matchup. I think it's one of Rook's worst, but it's not actually. It's probably not actually that bad. There's a lot of stuff that Rook can do. It's just that I hate it. I just hate it. I generally hate playing against Argagarg unless it's a character that with a character that's like really, really strong against him, like or gets to assert their game plan so definitively that I don't need to care that I'm playing against Argagarg. And I definitely didn't feel like that with Rook. So like I like playing Gloria versus Argagarg. Totally fine with that matchup. I like playing even Midori. Midori and Trock. Totally happy to play that matchup. But not this one. Not this one. All right, so we got some low hand Rook action happening right now versus fairly low hand Argagarg, but Argagarg doesn't really care about having cards in hand until the late game in this matchup. Yeah, I think the reason I hate playing Rook versus Argagarg is, first of all, I hate playing a matchup where Rook doesn't have the highest effective hit point total. He definitely doesn't in this matchup. The length of time that this matchup can take just means that like actually you have maybe 70 or 60 hit points to Arg's 85, and not a huge fan of that. And the other thing is that like Argagarg is so, his combo points are so low and his cards are so meh that he can just kind of reveal whatever he wants. And so he's actually one of the characters that can play Rushdown against Rook, like more than anything else. Like he's a very effective Rushdown character against Rook specifically. Do you think you might have stuck with Rook longer if this game tournament had Fantasy Strike's team battle system? No, because I'd still have to play Rook. Like my problems with the character became bigger than those two matchups for sure. Like there's just, realistically speaking, from my opinion, there's no reason to ever play Rook above Midori, much less Trock. But that's because Trock really fits into my super safe playstyle. Like I like to play a character that can play very basic rock paper scissors, and also just focus on winning combat like one at a time kind of thing. Ooh, yeah, that's rough. So this is like phase 2 of this matchup, right? I'll get back a little bit to the Fantasy Strike team battle thing, Dan. Phase 2 of this matchup is like Rook has built a hand now and he's at like 10 hit points. So now he can rock armor. But he doesn't have any hit points left to actually rock armor with. So I guess fundamentally, the way I break down this matchup is that like Rook has to block and survive Rushdown Arg in the early game, and then his reward is he can play block AA Checkmate Buster mix-ups. Like that's all that's left to him after navigating the early game. Is like, okay, I've got 2 aces, so you better block. Now I can throw you. Or I've got 4 aces now, so you've got to attack, and I'll undercut your attacks with ace-ace. But if you haven't navigated to the late game with enough hit points, you have to be the playmaker as Rook. And I'm not comfortable being the playmaker. I like taking advantage of my opponent's mistakes and happening to and being able to get value off of that kind of stuff, which is like perfect for Troc. Like that's all Troc does basically. Like, oops, I dodged. You know, did you realistically think I had Beast Unleashed? If you didn't, I gate 45 damage. You know, I deal 45 damage. If I don't, you know, whatever. But yeah, no. So getting back to this, the Fantasy Strike team battle system, would it cause me to play Rook more often? Probably not. I actually discovered a love for a lot of different characters in this game after I stopped being so super focused on being good with Rook. So you know, I started playing Grave at first. I picked up Onimaru on a whim. I love Onimaru now. So there's yeah, I had a chance to really find a lot of interesting characters to play while still being able to do to engage with the game with a play to win mindset, which is what I find the most interesting way and the most enjoyable way to play the game. All right. So we've got a new challenger. Somebody's got to jump into the game. We've got Tekapo, Feathers, Dan. Who's up? Oh no, Hippo, why? No, honestly, like, here's the thing. I would be a little bit jealous, but very happy if tomorrow somebody grabbed Rook and started just ruining people in tournaments. You know, had tips for how to deal with the BBB matchup. Oh, that's very kind of you, Hippo. Yeah, if somebody had some new ideas about the BBB matchup as Rook, had some more like technology or like a schema or an approach for the Argagarg matchup, those are really the two that I hated the most. Otherwise, I think like Rook is still, I mean, Rock Armor is just a cool ability, right? Like the fact that he's got no dodges is pretty sick. Yeah, if BBB didn't exist, I would be tempted. Yeah, absolutely. That's the thing, right? That matchup is just ass. It's just ass. Like, it's funny because it's like, I think because of how bad that matchup is, everyone has this idea that like BBB like destroys grapplers. His matchups against Midori and Troc are fine. Like, they're literally fine matchups. It's just his Rook matchup. Hey, we got the kings in here. So Wondrous Hippo doing an excellent and flawless job of playing the matchup so far. Just making Vendetta feel terrible about every life decision that led him here. Yeah, I think I can't remember. I think it might have been who was the Vendetta player? the guy, you know, the Animus. Um, yeah, he always said this is like Vendetta's best matchup, and that's really sad if it's true. Because I mean, again, as still as if I'm going back to my old Rook mentality, if I go back to the old me, I love this matchup. It's not great for Rook, certainly, but it's a lot of fun to play. I think there's, I mean, sometimes you get thrown for 29 hit points, literally, almost literally a third of your total hit point value. But that's just the Rook life, baby. You got to swing with that. You got to roll with those punches. No, I think the reason I love this matchup is this interaction here, these turns, where Rook is knocked down and you got King mix-ups coming. That's the stuff I love. I love navigating a terrible mix-up as Rook. Yeah, Animus. He was a very strong Vendetta player, so we'll want to give his opinion some amount of credence. But yeah, Nijima-san, if he thinks it's Rook advantage, I mean, he's a very, very strong Vendetta player too. And I think it's kind of even. Like, it's okay. I wouldn't be thrilled to pick Rook against Vendetta, especially like really high caliber Vendettas. But I wouldn't be mad. If the only let's put it this way, if the only matchups in this game were Rook versus Vendetta, that'd be fine. I'd actually totally ship it. Who hurt you? No, you've gotta. If you don't like getting the better of an opponent with better options than you, then why are you playing Rook in the first place? Your whole goal my whole goal as a Rook player was having people try to do stuff to me and then just no selling it. Like, oh, oops, you walked into my 10 attack. My 10 attack, which should never ever hit anybody. Right? Why are you throwing me? Who hurt you? Oh, it's me with this 10 attack. Yeah, I forgot. Sorry. Yeah, but it's an interesting matchup. Like Vendetta has Vendetta has big burst. He deals big boy damage for sure. So you've got to be wary of that as Rook. Your rock armor is really effective because Vendetta's hit points are so low. But he has a 7 to knock you down, so it's not always active. You've got to play a certain amount of AA because it's the dominant speed attack in the matchup. That's always nice. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? That's good character design. That's just good character design. Yes, exactly correct. Yeah, it's like CMB is the scariest option that should never be real, but then oops, accidentally, like I hit you with it, and you just lose. Like you've just lost the game, unfortunately. Very sad for you. Tiny violins begin to play as I throw my hands into the air and victorious. Like, yeah, that's Rook in a nutshell. It's like it's Rook is built for like that like low tier tryhard, which hey, I totally counted myself. I absolutely counted myself in that category. But it's like, yeah, his design is phenomenal. But yeah, so far so good. So what did we get hit by? We got hit by a 2. So Ven's gonna just pile on as much damage. Oh, okay, didn't actually go for it. Have we seen a Joker yet? One Joker played. Okay. Yeah, Dowler dealing 40% health with blocks. Yeah, okay, that was a special treat, alright. How do I end the stream? You played your entire Yomi career. Ooh, if you're playing Rook for your your Yomi career, yeah. No, exactly. Yeah, no, it's like it's like Rook is the definition of like you may have won the war, but I CMB'd you that one time, and you'll never live that down. And your opponent's like, but I won the war, and you're like, yeah, but you know, I did get you. Yeah, I did get you with it though. I did. Yeah. So really, which one of us won? And then it like zooms out, and it's literally the Black Knight from. It's literally the Black Knight from like Monty Python's Monty Python and the Holy Grail. It's just your arms are off, but you're still smirking. You're like, yeah, felt bad, didn't it? We've played 50 times. You only won that one time. Yeah, I know, right? Sucks to be you. Yeah. Yeah, Stonewall's interesting, right? Like Stonewall lets you in this matchup anyway, it lets you prevent like the things you're looking for are the king attack and the triple ace. Those are the only really like valuable. Yeah, there you go. That's the block you want to use. Yeah, for sure. This gets you your setup. Vendetta doesn't have any reversals, so you can like reasonably threaten a four attack cross up. Yeah, you won the war, but at what cost? Absolutely. Yeah. We're on the same page for sure. So if that kind of mentality appeals to you, then oh man, have I got a character for you? Blocking a 5 into sensing a Q. Yeah, that's not great. So you don't even get to draw a card. There's, yeah. Keep talking about like Yomi balance changes. Ah, interesting. Okay. Maybe no 4s in hand. That was blocked with what? Blocked with a 5. Oh, interesting. Okay. So yeah, Hippo, one thing to improve in that situation, I think there's almost no reason to ever reveal Queen. If you've got the 4, you play it there. If you don't have the 4, then I see the Queen. I get it. But the 4 is definitely the threat there, because it'll be 1.8 speed. And outside of Triple Ace or Wake Up Goldburst, there's just nothing Vendetta can do except block even. So then that opens up your odd cross-ups. Hey, making a game of it. Got those big duffs, 21 damage. We get an ace, and would you look at that? The Vendetta player is at sub 20 hit points. What will he do? Yeah, no, that's fair. Ruh-roh. Rook's cocking the gun. Oh, if I was rebalancing Rook? I don't know. There's so many different ways you could go with changing up his character. Like I feel like the easiest. I think Rook keeping his special blocks on like ties, so like block or block versus dodge, would probably be fine. It certainly would be a little buff. I don't know if it's enough to make it like good. Like if we're making like there's a lot of things you can do to make Rook suck less, right? Yeah, good dodge on Tekabo's part there. There's a lot of things you can do to make Rook suck less. If that's the goal, then there's like tons of stuff you can do, right? Like Ah, yeah, there you go. Exactsies. Nice. Good game. Good game. Yeah, Hippo, I don't think there was anything there that you did incorrectly. Um like you took it to a 50-50-ish state. And then it was just a matter of like, do I oppress Vendetta with AA or do I oppress Vendetta with throw? Right? Like that's the mix up for the rest of the game, and then one of you is gonna win. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's casuals. It's casuals. But like, what would be my favorite changes? What did it cost? Everything? Yeah. um, um, yeah. So like what changes would I like for Rook? Um, I mean, one of my favorites. I don't know if it makes any difference to his overall matchup spread, right? Like I'm talking just some stuff for him, I guess. Then I would like change his 9 throw to an attack so that he's got an 8, 9, 10 combo and has another like tool for cross up situations. So now you've got to deal with, is he going to cross me up with, for 10 queen plus, or is he going to cross me up with 9 queen plus, right? So giving him a little bit more rather than like, your sevens, which you're going to be playing as combo filler anyway, because 6, 7, 8 is your go-to rock armor straight. So you generally don't get to hang on to your sevens, right? And like 5 is so important in so many different ways that it's so rare that you're going to get to reveal it as an attack. And even if you do, it's garbage. Like 5, 6, 7 that's a straight for other characters, right? That's a straight for Midori to play, right? Let him play that. That's garbage. As Rook, you need, like, especially if you in order for rock armor to be a good ability, you have to out damage your opponent on those combos, and 5, 6, 7 just doesn't do it. And like 2.8 as a cross up like speed is just not, that's not anything, right? So yeah, 9 throw to a 9 attack is, I think, pretty good. And yeah, keeping his 3s and 5s on block or on ties, that'd be cool. Again, I don't think it does anything against this in this matchup, right? But like those would be neat. But if we're talking like make him tournament viable, like the easiest thing to do would just be replace his like 5s with dodges, right? Like instead of a 5 attack and a crappy block, then give him a 5 and a dodge. Now he can dodge into Checkmate Buster, and then he's like probably really good. I looked away for 2 seconds. It appears to be turn 2, and Gloria's at 35 hit points. What happened? Oh, okay, okay, right. Oh, feathers get banned. Jug shot. Ugh, terrible. What terrible taste you have. No, it's sick. 13 chip is hype. I'm sorry. I can't pretend. BBB needs it. It's just that. Yeah, 100%. Carolad, we're friends again. I don't know what sin I was holding against you, but it's forgotten now. Okay, Dan gets to get out. Dodge into Jack if we have it. That sweet, sweet heal. Nice. No damage, but we heal. This is a weird matchup. So the one time I saw it played, I think literally like 3 years ago. Um, Basically, it came down to no. I'm not saying we weren't friends. I'm just saying I was holding a grudge against you. I was like, there was something you said, it pissed me off, and I decided to cancel you, right? But it's okay. I take it back. You're back in my good graces. For whatever that's worth. But yeah, no, this matchup basically like it's up to BBB to get like a grip full of cards and then play neutral. Like he has the dominant speed attack with Ace Ace, so it's like his throws are important, which is an insane thing to say about BBB because his throws are never important. Like in almost no matchups does he get to like play throws in neutral, and that's like a good decision that you made. No, Dan loses the jack. Was that the same jack he played? No, was not. So slight advice there for Dan. Always reveal your jack of hearts as your combat reveal, because on a combat loss you can just take it back. Whereas now that jack of spades is permanently in your discard. Ooh, going back to range. Yeah, just cash in a little bit of damage. That's the thing. Like, I think BBB is actually a really cool character as well. It's just that his he deletes Rook from the game, so that's less cool. Perhaps a controversial opinion, but I think it's the only like 9-1 matchup in the entire game is BBB Rook. Nice. See, like against most characters, BBB's just bad. Like he's just a bad character, kind of. Like he's not very strong tournament results wise. Clanatoy played him, like mained him kind of. Like he played. It was what? He played Grave, Midori, and BBB, and for a while there, he was like really hardcore into playing BBB in a lot of different matchups. I have played the BBB mirror match. It's super weird. Yeah, it's deeply uncomfortable. But it's a lot of fun. It is actually a lot of fun. It's like you always like there's no escape. There's like in most BBB like matchups, there's the neutral portion, right? Like there's the up close portion and then there's the range portion. And like in one of them, you have to play neutral, like as BBB. You kind of play like a grappler, kind of. And then, yeah, BBB is definitely Jaina tier. And then, in the other part of the matchup, you like get to be unfair, right? Except against most characters, you're actually just fair. Like it brings you slightly advantaged, right? You pay a lot in your terrible neutral game to get a little bit of benefit in your range game. But in the BBB mirror, it's just like because you autopilot, right? As a BBB player, if you're not used to playing the mirror, you literally are like, "Oh, sweet, sick, I got him to range," and then you play. If you're me, you play your combat card, and you're like, "Ha, I got him at range, sucker. What are you gonna do?" And then your opponent, like, you both king clash, and you're like, "Wait, hold on." Oh, you get dizzy, and you have to sit down for a while. You're like, but what does it mean? Like, how did he? Like, I see your stand is a stand like Star Platinum. Yeah, there it is. That's the key to this matchup is double ace, because it deals a good amount of damage. 21 damage at a time is very nice against Gloria. But it's the dominant speed attack, so. BBB is going to be blocking a lot anyway against against Gloria. So you tend to have a large hand. Your low dodges don't really hurt you because, again, you've got the dominant speed attack in neutral. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So GG's, Dan. Ooh. All right, this is an honest matchup. This is real honest Yomi hours. This is a great matchup. It's bad, like it's not great for Rook, but it is a lot of fun. Like it's just deeply honest in a very satisfying way. You know, both of you have big stupid duffs you play at each other. You know, one of you deals an absurd amount of damage. The other one of you has an absurd amount of health. Sometimes you get to see MB DeGray playing Ace Dodge, and he just feels sad forever. It's great. It's the best. Like, what more could you possibly want? Yeah, that's fair, Dan. Yeah, the Gloria, especially if you're like new to playing her, especially under a timer. If you're new to playing Gloria under a timer, you're gonna feel that for sure. There's many a tournament set that I've played, even within recent memory, where I've run into timer issues. There we go. Carolad cleverly option selecting Tekapo so that he is unable to discard a card. Okay, big damage. But again, 23, you're like, wow, I'm at 70. It's fine. This is fine, actually. The DeGray player's like, this is great. I've got less cards than my Rook opponents. This is phenomenal. I love this. Yeah, Carolad trying to reflect a brutal 19 damage pile bunker there. To no avail, unfortunately. Hey, we've got 10 viewers in the chat. That's awesome. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us for some Yomi casuals. It's very exciting. Again, this is kind of a stream test, so do let me know if you find that there are hiccups of any kind. I know my nose is quite thoroughly stuffed, so that's unfortunately not something I can fix with better internet. Wish that it were so. But yeah, thanks for coming out and hanging out. Feel free to ask any questions in the chat or get hype or whatnot as we watch this beautiful ballet of violence that Tekapo's DeGray is inflicting on Carolad's Rook. Ooh, there we go. See, just these are the combat reveals you live for, right? Like, this is just good Yomi. One of you plays a card, the other player plays a card, and one of you takes 15. And then you both toss your cards into the discard and you move on with your lives. Good, honest, you know, card reveals and combat reveals. Wait, I was just saying something about honesty. Tekapo, don't do me like this, please. All right, nice. Good bluff on Carolad's part. Always wary of DeGray tagging on a jack or a king to some random combat reveal, and then it just deals like 700 damage. Okay. I'm going to refrain from making any kind of hand reads, but that was certainly a hand read evaluation session. DeGray's in neutral. What will he do? Nope. Gets the successful block off. No, again, as Rook, you're not even really mad at DeGray blocking because it just means that like you equalize hand totals a little bit. So the next hit's gonna hurt way less. Ooh, there's the neutral queen. It's shut down by the thunderclap. We got 7-8, the canonical best combo. Queen 4. All right, we'll take it. God, it's been so long. What is queen? It's 9 plus 5. Okay. And I went dealt 14, but I was like, wait, I had this memory of it dealing plus 4. Oh my god. Godlike. GG's. Good shit. Oh, awesome. Yeah. Yeah, that's the cool thing, right? That's the rat. So dancing in chat. Gloria is definitely going to be my main. If she's added to Fantasy Strike, I'd drop any of my other mains like a rock. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, there's characters that just speak to you, right? Like, it's the one of the best things about Yomi is the character design really communicates a lot. There's a lot to explore there. There's a character for every occasion. I'm going to ask Carolad gently to either mute the stream or at least not watch it. I will refrain from saying anything. Now we need to find the CMB Clash video. Yeah. Who do I want to play? You know what? Let's go to random. Let's do random as well. Honest random plays. Ugh. Forgive me for a moment. I'm just gonna, yeah, go for it. I'm gonna try to unclog some of my nose. Oh, this is all right. Never mind. Oh wait, I'm DeGray. Oh great. Okay, never mind then. That's fine. All right. Okay, now that Carolad can't hear us, I'm not gonna tattoo. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Just some honest gameplay. All right, we're gonna block for exactly. We're gonna block for several turns, and you're like, wait, but don't you get additional benefit from good old purse? Don't you get any additional benefit for going low hand? Yes, but I don't want to die. Plus, we don't have anything to like throw into or anything. Like all of this is bad. Yeah, let's just keep blocking. I just don't want to get mind controlled, really. That's the only thing I'm really worried about. My hand is ass. It's ass on ass on ass. There we go. We got a little better. And presumably, if Persephone ever throws us, we just naturally have fewer cards than she does if she gets advantage. So we got like a built-in catch-up mechanic. We got. All right, we're gonna bluff with this 10. That's fine. It's the jack back. So we're gonna like, okay, so we know our opponent has a jack. We know our opponent has at least one ace. Do I want to power up anything? I don't think so. I think this is fine. All right, we got a 10 in the discard. Single 4 in the discard, so we can't really say anything about like what cross up is more potentially ruinous. But a 6-card purse, so he's definitely looking for knockdown. Just plays the jack, maybe? Dodge is pretty safe. Let's just block with one of these. Yeah, okay, we got. Fair enough. We hath indeed become gotten. The vortex begins. It's true. Yeah, the barrier soul is going to be a bit of a challenge to deal with. The only... we could get rid of what were we trying to save? A 10, a 2, and a king? 10. The king's the only one I really care about. I guess I should at least make it a little difficult. Shuffle those back in. At least don't give any cards away for free. Okay, gets the king again. Is that the same king? No, I can't tell. King of diamonds? No, king of hearts. Okay. All right. So he's expecting us now to react to his play. Well, we will continue not to react. Oh shit, we got again, guys. Lads, it's not looking good. You have the second ace. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Okay. Yeah. Look, I can't pretend I've ever actually played this matchup, all right? Just relying on my purse knowledge, my reads on Carolad, which obviously are not great. Okay, so he gets rid of a king. That's not too bad. Yeah, that's fair. Ah. All right, so he really doesn't think I'm going to do anything ever. Fair enough. He gets the other ace back. Yeah, okay, so now we've got two ace. So now cross up is more on the table. Okay. Stream plays only. Ah, sad. Yeah, so okay, he's got a read on my hand that I don't have any of these cards, and I'm unwilling to play them anyway. And unfortunately, I'm just playing into that read by continuing to allow him to give me the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, it's just the way things go sometimes. Yeah, so I should have played either of these like a couple of turns ago. Okay, powers up the 8s. All right. All right, everybody very quietly. Just think DP. All right. Then we're going to go for this 8 throw. We're going to catch his dodge. Ah, okay. All right, don't worry. Well, this bluff will work now. Well, that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Oh, there we go. Too oppressive. Ugh. Yeah, so that was our error. Not playing the kings since we had them, and two of them, like one got reshuffled, one got absolutely. Yeah. So that's an issue, right? Like, was it an error to throw there? Yeah, probably. Given that it didn't seem like he had any read on the kings, should have just played the kings. But after having already blocked the turn prior, it's like, I don't know. Probably should have just DP'd, but then like I think there's a tendency where you've already got an immense life lead, and you're like, okay, well my opponent's dead. I'll just dodge, right? Dodge is super safe. It's not like I'm gonna get thrown. And then the idea is your opponent is supposed to be good enough to just let you get thrown there. Are you see? Yeah, here we go. All right. Okay, put your hands together. All right, we're gonna learn something today, kids. Yes, exactly. Oh, baby. All right, the hype train don't stop. This matchup makes me not want to like. No, man, you've got the best mirror in the game. How can you not like this matchup? It's stupid. It's deeply stupid. But it's deeply stupid in a very entertaining way. So I think you got to make that mentality shift, Tekopo. Tekopo? Yeah, Tekopo. I like Tekopo more. Unless you correct me. Let me know where I should put the... which syllable I should emphasis. I'm winning. Well, you did play. You are the person who has played 2 Robo Headbutts, so I mean that. You're the champ. I mean, you've won the crowd already. What's your opponent gonna do? The only way they could possibly catch up is by playing 3 Robo Headbutts. A clash. True mirror confirmed. Yep. Both of their decks have been randomized using the same seed. So in fact, they have the exact same opening hand. Only by manipulating the RNG can one gain an advantage over the other. Step 2. Step 2. Yeah, it's the one thing every BBB player fears: playing more neutral. No, I mean, look, I get it. It's deeply uncomfortable. It's very unsettling. I mean, it's like, imagine you're a robot, you're Dio, you're the greatest, most powerful being on Earth. Captured Jotaro's head, like vampired him, and then all of a sudden this, you can stop time, and all of a sudden this other guy shows up while you've stopped time. That's crazy. That's wild. Of course you should be unsettled by this odd behavior. Exactly. Yeah. Flagrant angles. He had the 5 and the 6 in hand. He just refused to play it in order to even things out. Oh my god, look at this read. Putting his opponent at range. Now his opponent will be unable to play throws unless he has a king in this instant. So the safest thing that Flagrant Angles can play here is just play a 6, and the best thing that the best thing that Caroline could do in response is just to play a 6 too. So I guess Flagrant Angles actually has a dodge mix-up as part of his range as a result. Ooh, just crosses him up. Sneaking ahead. Cross-ups into duffs. It's all sick. Flagrant Angles. Tekabo, this is this is the clearly the BBB player you should be studying for all of your BBB mirror match needs. Ooh, shut down. So they stay at range, right? Range ends when? How does this character work? Both players blocked or you get hit by a non-range move. Yeah, okay. So literally only block stops range in this matchup. Yeah, the range mix is really interesting, right? Like, because both of you have 1.0 normals, so you just clash normals all the time. But that favors the BBB player with the larger normals and the life lead. So then the other BBB player is like, oh, okay, well, I want to dodge in order to get around my opponent's normals, or I want to block to get more cards, deal with my opponent's normals that way. And that opens up the queen play, but that loses to just gold burst, of course. Yeah, that's true. Forgot about that. But yeah, that opens up the queen play. The queen play opens up the normals again. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's just a lot of fun. It's one of those like super grindy matchups too, because there's like no burst once you're at range. Like BBB only has burst when he's out of range. Oh, look at these gods just mashing queen. Like absolute brain geniuses. Yes, exactly. Oh, there we go. Successful dodge. So biggest damage is 13 here off of the queen. Okay, Carolad taking the lead. 8 hit point lead. Ooh, getting rid of normals while at range. Bold. Classic. Terraforming protocol engaged. Nice. That's rock paper scissors the robot way. BBB at range, what will he do? Genius. They just long range high five each other. I guess BBB is like a Merkava reskin, kind of like from Unial, because he's got like he's flight, right? He's got the stretchy limbs. Ah, overdrive. See, that's the genius behind Flagrant Angle's BBB play. Even he doesn't know what he's doing. How can you possibly predict that? Oh God! Oh Jesus Christ! All right, well, there's one thing that I know for sure. They're not dodging. That's absolutely true. Nothing else is known about this particular exchange. No information will be learned here. Nothing of value will be lost. So I'm dodge. That's what I'm calling. Ah, Flagrant Angles. Why are you so rude? And because he played that overdrive, King now sets range, so they're at double range now. They're not. Just, I don't want to mislead any viewers who may not be familiar with BBB, but nothing of value. Again, I was saying, I was telling you the truth when I said nothing of value will be lost and nothing will be learned. So which side of the jack is even... It's cog shot, or no, it's long arm. That's the unstoppable one. And it is a range move, so you can long arm. So I guess that is part of the mix-up as well. Ooh, and that's it. Flails his way to victory. So I want this. Oh. Not dodging. Sorry, I'm going to mute myself for a brief moment so I can blow my nose. All right, who's next? Okay. So Dan or Daniel. Let me know if you prefer Daniel. So many randos curse me. oh, okay, here we go. Flagel's stuck in the bad matchup. But definitely winnable. Like, of all the bad matchups in the game, you could definitely take this as Argagarg. Just gotta win a bunch of combats. Argagarg does have the dominant speed attack with Ace. And it's only 2 aces, deals 16. Not huge burst, but it is important. If Gloria, if you manage to get Gloria to a health total around 26, that's a very key health total for AA to be quite threatening. Looks like Daniel might be stuck on somewhat of an awkward hand. May not have any aces in hand at this juncture. And Flagrant Angles not yet taking advantage of that. Feeling out his opponent. I don't think, I think it's unlikely that they've played before. So, yeah, so Flagrant Angles may be using a strategy where he's playing way more defensively, just playing a very, very slow block attack range, where he's just going to get 13 cards, and then he's going to convert all of the bad cards in his hand into aces, and then just play for ace play. Very, excuse me, very effective strategy against newer players who tend to come into Yomi with the the way you win this game is by like beating your opponent at rock paper scissors kind of mentality, which is a perfectly fine way to start your approach to the game. But the way, so they're like, I've got to play randomly, right? So I'm going to play like an even mix of like all 3 of my combat options, so like attack, throw, and blodge. And yeah, the way you tend to beat people who are using that strategy is you just block. Just block until you get 13 cards, power up for your super, and then just play your super over and over again. So it looks like Daniel has managed to find his way to an ace of hearts, started overdosing, so he's building up his hand. Things are now slowly going to get more threatening for his fishy opponent. Queens are very important for Argagarg in this matchup because they do sit at 2.2 and they deal 9 damage at a time. So they kind of trade with the fast side of Jack. The fast side of Jack in particular is a key a key move that you want to neutralize with that you can neutralize with Queen as Argagarg, because the damage differential is just enough that it ends up being like pretty reasonable for you to do that. Obviously, it's kind of a worse trade for if it runs into a king, also at 2.2 speed, as you do get knocked down, so you don't get the hex shot. But you start with 15 more hit points than Gloria does, so even that can be an okay trade to get. Okay. And this is the reason that I like that, even though this matchup is good for Gloria for sure, but like part of the reason is like the matchup numbers itself and like speeds and all that, and how options interact, and part of it is just psychologically you don't have to care as much about this situation. Like your goal is just to win combat anyway, so it doesn't truly matter in the same way when your opponent hits you with successfully gets bubble shield off compared to other matchups. Dan in a bit of a situation here where he is starting to, yeah, it's not a great matchup for Arg for sure. So some quick rundowns. Again, Gloria contests very well with 2.2 speed. Argagarg only really has Queen at 2.2 speed and Ace to outspeed that. Gloria has great combat options off of any combat reveal essentially. So like if she dodges and even at low hand, it's fine if she has a single jack in hand. She's got good burst. She can throw into double ace for a lot of damage. She can recur her dominant speed 7, so like she just oppresses from every angle, right? The advantage that Argagarg has to work with is just again that dominant speed and being able to neutralize her healing to a certain extent. But other than that, it's pretty much it. Like he's just got to leverage his life advantage for as long as he possibly can. And this is a situation. This is a matchup situation where the Argagarg player can win, which is where Gloria has overdosed herself down to like 20 hit points. You've got a big grip of cards in hand. You can start powering up for double aces, stuff like that, and you can just find a combat win and close things out. Yeah, there are two kinds of Yomi players in the world. Those that love Argagarg and those that hate Argagarg. No one has no opinion on Argagarg. Yeah, 100%. So I will mention, it is in the stream description, but I am still collecting, doing some fundraising for a friend of mine who was scammed out of 16 grand at the beginning of December. So if you've been enjoying the stream and you're willing to, and you have a little bit of extra cash, I would greatly appreciate any donations you can make. The GoFundMe link is in the description. Yeah, but no pressure. Again, just enjoy the stream. Happy to have you here. We've got 10 viewers at the moment. That's really, really awesome. Thank you so much. Hope you're enjoying the experience. Now, this is really cool. I'm really glad that I managed to... Oh my god! Oh, Jesus Christ. Let's put it all on hold. Analysis hat off. Hype hat on. Yeah! That's right. Get got. Is this Death Strike Gloria? Yeah, no bluff. How much damage have we got? Put it all on the table, Dan. All right. 35. Okay. Gotta heal now. Yeah, heals before damage. Yeah. There we go. It's alright, everyone. It's alright. Do not be alarmed. Everything is proceeding exactly as calculated. Yeah, king's a good pick. So Dan only has to worry about queen or ace-ace from flagrant angles. Dodge, obviously very strong, but again, Argagarg, he's a fish and he's got nothing to lose, so he can just throw. Argagarg could also dodge, in which case you can only win with a throw. Ooh, do we have the second joker? Do we have it? Are we safe? No. Unfortunately, just like that, Argagarg squeaks the win. Nicely done. Very close fight. Good stuff. Oops. Oh no. Okay, here, I'll create a new room. All right, room's up. Oh, I guess I should, yeah, pick something to start us off. Yeah, let's play some quints. All right, here we go. Good luck, have fun, Hippo. Let's do this. All right, I'll try to redeem myself from my terrible play earlier. All right, let's test things out by doing some blocking. See what happens. Ah, we got thrown. We're gonna die. He knows our weakness. Can't win against an opponent that throws us. What? Tegavo, you don't like quints? Quints is the best. Come on. Really? Ah, I can't abide this quints hate. It's not cool. Who doesn't like quints? Oh man, look. Okay, this is my one job. My one job is to get Tekapo to like quints. That's our goal here today, everybody. So the cool thing about quints is that you can play just to win on value when you're playing against them. Right? Like he's got these like weird mix-ups where like only one specific option beats your cards and whatnot and blah blah blah. Don't care about that, okay? Don't you worry your head about that. Okay? All you want to do is outvalue the man. Now this only applies only characters with 90 hit points or above can play this kind of style against him. But like it's good, trust me. It's a lot of fun, man, to play the value game. Just pure value game. It's gorgeous. Yeah, see, he got Bubble Shield, but we get to play Patriot Mirror next turn. So that's pretty rad. Do I want to power up? No, I don't want to power up. I think I'm actually going to positive spin. We're going to show him this queen we got, this shiny queen. It only loses to attacks. Damn. What a bad card. Who wouldn't play an attack against this thing? It's so slow. It's so slow, and then you deal so much damage. It's like crazy, right? Like the value you get. Like it's so slow. Right? Like you just get free damage. It's sick. Who doesn't love that? Yeah. Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not going to tell you anything about my hand. It's totally fine. Yeah, don't worry. Just so long as you don't look, so long as you're not actively watching the stream, you don't have to mute me. It's totally cool. All right, so I've got this like sick queen that I can play. I can draw 1 billion cards, and he has to play a fast attack to beat it. It's like extremely rude, right? Oh damn, he actually did. That's really bad for us. It's fine. Don't worry. It's all according to plan. We're just gonna take 70 damage, okay? And then we're gonna beat him in the late game. Do I want to do that yet? No, I don't think so. I mean, we've got the advantage right now in the neutral. I don't see why I should have to be making plays. All right, so we need to find some way to deal him damage, and he's just sitting there attacking us every turn like a jerk. Maybe he blocked. Ah, oh, damn, he attacked us again. God, he can't be conditioned. It's like every game I play on stream, it's gonna be me losing abysmally. Like never. I still haven't won a combat, FYI, for those of you viewing at home. And you're like, I watch this guy's videos. Like, this guy has a getting good at Yomi series. All right, that's okay. We're just gonna keep throwing him, and it's gonna keep working. Because surely by now he's tired of attacking us. The problem is, as soon as I block now, he's gonna have thrown me, right? That's always the way it goes. Yeah, let's give it to him. He attacked. Hey! My god, we're sick. We're so good at this game. Alright, so we can get knockdown. Yeah, I think I'll take knockdown. We don't get any value off of this. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab some more cards. Yeah, that's fine. We still get a card from that. And our 2 goes back in the deck. That's rad. All right, now we're gonna cross up this fish. Oh, sick. Look at this. Look at this value. It's just the best. It's the best feeling, right? Like, is there anything better than this? On a positive spin again. Yeah, I'll just show this. That's fine. So he's knocked down, so he can't dodge. So the only thing he can do here is block our jack, right? And then the block succeeds against our dodge. That's all good. Like, man, this game's just too good, right? Quint is just the most fun, right? It's all pure 50-50s. What? Why would you do that? Why? Hippo? Hippo, come on. How could you do me like that? You're just gonna play a 3 at me? Ugh. I thought we were friends. Alright, so he played a 3. So you don't have anything good anymore? Hey, nice. We get 9 damage. We feel rad, we feel great. Don't give away my secrets, Tekapo. Come on. You're just gonna call me out on stream like that? Damn. Whatever value to that. Thank you. No, but now he knows about it. Oh, God. All right. Well, we're going to show another jack. right? And this time we're going to play it nice and honest. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Finger slipped. My bad. I was going to take this casual 23 damage. Just play every card in our hand so that we have no cards left. We're going to show him this queen. Thank you. Oh, damn. I lost a chance to be the smartest person alive by just playing the queen. I feel very bad. I feel sorry for disappointing you all. Apologize. Ah, damn it. Oh, I got. You got lethal? Ah, he might. Okay, 4 hit points. We can still do this. Just gotta work on our micro. That's the thing, like, right? We lose here, probably, almost certainly. Oh, we didn't lose. Okay, sweet. We lose here, but like we Patriot mirrored, and we got to like spin our cards around, which was rad. And like the ARG player just got to like what, like win? Like that's what is that even worth, man? Let's do this and this. Sick. Check out these high-level plays, y'all. 1 card quins? Hypest thing there is. Should we play this mix up like a genius? Yeah. Yeah, GG's. There was no way. Yeah, played played too aggro. GG's. So yeah, don't have taken any notes on that. Yeah, exactly. I did get to draw 2. So in the end, like, which one of us really won, huh? Yep, I think that makes it Feather's turn. Yeah, Arg's a pretty controversial character, I think, for a lot of players. Just the psychological like effect of that ace block and the like safe turns you get after it can be really hard to deal with. And you either love that like style and probably play Arg and are a monster, or you like can't stand it. I think there's very few people that are like neutral on Arg. Yeah, no, GG's Hippo. Like that was a blast. Anytime I'm playing Quince, I'm having a blast. It's never a dull moment. All right, kick it off. One of you. Oh, okay. All right. BBB versus Arg. Battle of the Zoners. Yeah, this is an interesting one. Okay. Aggro throw from Hippo there. Yeah. I mean, turn 1 throw from Arg in this matchup makes a lot of sense to me, right? Like, you got a ton of options that beat BBB's normals in neutral, so no reason not to, really. Nice, like the block. Yeah, I don't know who's actually like advantaged in this matchup. I feel like Argarg probably is the better character, but like better character doesn't really matter on a matchup by matchup basis. Any ARG players in the chat or BBB players who feel one way or the other? I'm just gonna go check the historical results. Get gribbled. Okay. I see. Are we going to see you in tournament, Hippo? More the merrier. Let's see. Argarg versus BBB. Oh, wow. Okay, BBB, again, very, very low play rates for this matchup. Makes a lot of sense. But yeah, BBB wins it 6-4, looks like, based on historical results anyway. Yeah, definitely in the driver's seat now, getting that nice cross up. So BBB, for those of you who don't play him or are not familiar with playing against him, he has only one odd cross up normal that he can play at range. Nice, sick. Oh, God, that's a great feeling. Whenever you duff a stupid king throw in that range. Getting the double A's. Nice. But yeah, so like obviously I think, obviously at range BBB has the, I think, upper hand there. Queen is a very good tool at ranged. How many dodges does Argarg actually have? 3 ranks of dodges. So yeah, you could potentially like dodge starve him, right? As your game plan. BBB's dodges far more likely, I think, to be used in neutral in this matchup because you want to hedge against ace block. Oh, Jesus. Oh my God, the call out 6 attacks. Oh God. This is, see, yeah. You can tell immediately that there's history here. Nobody hits raw 6 attack in neutral with BBB against Argarg twice, essentially, without prior conditioning. There's just simply no way. Ooh, gets out of the gold burst. Yeah, filthy. Feathers, how dare you? Get banned. Okay. So we know Feathers has the king. We now confirm that Feathers has a jack as well. We haven't seen the queen yet. Nice block. Even block on Wondrous Hippo's part. Yeah, I guess I wasn't factoring in the fact that, so like generally BBB players are going to go for the 3 attack cross up at range. It's like it's the least expected one, right? You've only got a 4 in 52 chance of having it. But in this matchup specifically, you've got Bubble Shield to deal with as well. So you might go for more even cross-ups. Tekabo, the only other one is Jaina, really. Oh, okay, sweet. Thanks, Dan. See, I'm glad that other people are getting blown up and it's not just me. So thank you, Hippo. Thank you for doing this. You know what? the bribe I sent you to lose combat constantly in this game, I'm glad it's paying off. Just keep that between the two of us. It'll make me feel less bad by, by association. So I appreciate you keeping it 100. All right, all 4 aces. No, you're at 62 hit points against a 28 hit point Argarg. You don't get to say nothing, Feathers. You must take a vow of silence and repent for your sins. All right, so we're back in neutral. You already did. You already obliterated me. Sent me to the shadow realm. Back to casting. All right. 13 card BBB in neutral. What will he do? Come at me. Hey! It's got to work eventually. The 9est of throws here on display. Feathers, you dummy. You should have just played a 6. Scrub. I like Wondrous Hippo. You're a player after my own heart. This option failed twice before. Hell yeah. Guaranteed success this next time I play it. Plus it'll be twice as hype. Oh! Feathers with the wake up 7 throw. Ordinarily quite hype, but in this case he's playing BBB, so we've all got to boo this man. How dare you? Hey, Esper. Welcome to the chat. Yeah, we've got Kevin plays a filthy Gwen. The vicious monster. Yeah. Oh man, I can't be mad. I love throw combo into Queen. So sick. Imagine BBB dealing damage. Disgusting. BBB just has the hypest combos though. In neutral, like Robo Headbutt into double Queen pump pump. Closes it out with conservative stuff. Nicely done. A monster, Hippo. A monster. Yeah, that's right. Dan in chat. I lost 3 times with throw. Hashtag 4 throw. That's right. Refuse to be conditioned, folks. Conditioner is for showering only. Never learn. Hashtag never learn. It's gone full Hippo special this time. All right, Hippo, you got to jump out. Let somebody else in. All the throws and A's. Yeah. Yeah, not a real unity. All right, who challenges Feathers? Excellent name, by the way. Really like the. It's got a strong StarCraft 2 Korean pro like energy to it. Like, oh man, did you see that match with Nest T versus Feathers? That was crazy. Sick, like 5 hatch before pool. Play with Wampus. All right, there we go. Here, I'll put my quarter in next time. All right. So we got a rematch of the BBB versus Gloria matchup. Okay. We're feeding BBB a little bit of cards here in the early game. The world cheers when BBB loses. Nice throw. There we go. See, we've conditioned our opponent now, right? Throw, like we played the okey doke. Here, I'm just gonna mash buttons at you. Then we got him with the 9 throw when he was least expecting it. Damn. Daniel starting off with 3 kings in hand. What a monster. Ooh. Feathers with the big reeds. Going in with the king. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Dan's just powered up 3 kings. He's on low, fairly low hand. Probably good opportunity to get a throw in. And if you're going to throw his BBB, why wouldn't you do it with the king? Get that range going. Start making plays happen. Get a lead before it's time to go back to neutral. Ooh. Looking for the king again. Unfortunately, gets hit with this 4. Yeah, forward to jack, save stuff. BBB gets his jack back. Gloria still stuck in range prison. I'm actually curious what this matchup is like historically. Yeah, and I can't imagine that it's tremendously popular. Gloria players tend to be like Gloria specialists, and BBB players likewise. Interesting. Dan electing to go to stay at range. I suppose that makes a certain amount of sense. Okay, single A. We got a known jack in Feather's hand. I was going to look up this matchup. BBB versus Gloria. 5.5 to the BBB, but in 7 years of tournament play, we've had 45 matches. So it's really anybody's guess what anything means in this matchup. Okay, Dan blocking, Feathers dodging. Got known triple ace on deck. We are at range though. Okay, there we go, yeah. So Feathers confirming he does indeed have second king. Oh god. Feathers, the based god of cross-ups. That's like what? Like an 80% success rate with cross-up attempts over these matches. Face down. Okay, yeah. Face down's a little, potentially a little suspect there. BBB at range has basically no burst off of combat follow-up. So it's usually best used to get back into neutral. Try to get as much value out of that. Of course, you know, at 30 hit points, makes a, you know, you may feel like, oh, okay, I've just gotta get more hit points out of this. Like, just have to live. Only 2 dodges spent on BBB's side. Ooh, all of the 8's gone. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, triple power or quad power up. Ooh, yeah, trying to find that king or a potential queen in neutral. Instead gets undercut by the 1.0 speed normals. Combo into the ace. Just got to find a little bit more damage. All right, successful dodge. We're out of there. Yeah, we get the heal too. Sick. Okay, overdose. I mean, you got to make something happen. Get some nice juicy options here in the discard. We got ace, we got king, jack. The 8's tempting option 2. Got a good speed throw on a dodge. So single ace was played as a combo filler earlier on. Feathers did power up for 1 ace. The ace of clubs, he played the ace of diamonds, so there's still a oh, gets around. The triple ace comeback super. Yeah, that's the Tekabo. That's the problem with two friends that play zoner characters like BBB and ARG, is that like neither of them want to let the other person in, you know? All right. Let's do this. Play some Midori versus BBB. Oh, since the random character picks and the clutch quids picks haven't been doing me any good. See what we can make happen here. So yeah, I'm a fan of this matchup. Midori's got a ton of burst. He's got some interesting technology that he can deploy in the matchup. Okay. So it might seem like just abysmal, but it's I don't know. It's quite fun. Again, if you're coming at it from Rook versus BBB, then pretty much any grappler matchup versus BBB is going to be pretty good. Sick. We just get to draw cards. It's amazing. Oh my god, it's a miracle. It's the best day ever. Aw, damn it. Wow. Holding back to not get blown up by Dragon Queen. Who does that? Who even plays in such a manner? Let's just hit him with Wrath of Earth real quick, shall we? Oh, unless he hasn't muted the stream. Maybe we shouldn't have said that. Oh well, it's fine. Nice. Yeah, pure DBZ moment there. Hey, sick. Fine. I mean, it's one of the reasons it's probably fine. There's just so much burst on Midori's side. Like you can get down to 30 hit points and then just win every combat afterwards. Nice. All right, so we go to range. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this queen. Midori's another fun character if you want to play a character where your hand kind of decides what you want to do. Then Midori is a fine pick as well. Do I want something from the discard? Yeah, sure. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, Tekabo. It's like you take 13 here, but like, do I care? No, it's fine, right? Now we just uppercut him, and he can't dodge out of it, so he has to block because we're in dragon form. Yeah, and if he doesn't have a throw, like if he doesn't have a king, we just get to pick up all of our aces again. And then when we leave dragon form, or when we leave range eventually, then we just have our full grip of cards. Yeah, this is an interesting turn because so like he's got an unblockable 2.2 speed attack, so we can queen that. And then if we queen, then he has to block, right? So it's like this can be a spend just to get a block out of his hand. I'm just gonna dodge. Yeah, so that's fine. So we stay at range. So it would have been better if I'd blocked there, but I just spend a dodge, and he has to spend, you know, one of his rare 9s, which give him a lot of value, even in neutral. They're quite useful that way. So now, since my, you know, I just dodged, right? So I'm like, oh, okay, well, he's blocking now, so should be able to hit his block with my queen. And then we're just going to play this. Since, unfortunately, we didn't draw any normals. Okay, we're back in neutral. I believe he powered up for 2 aces. Okay, get thrown. Fair enough, it happens. Yeah, big damage off the queen. So he gets a lot of freedom off of the pressure from his ace-ace. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Maybe he does something silly. No, okay, goes for ace-ace, yeah. Fair enough. So that's the known queen in our discard. I don't want to do that. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah. So Daniel's saying, yeah, the one turn I stayed at range against BVV after a dodge, I had no cards to combo, only dodges and throws. Yeah, that's brutal. I'll respect that. Oh, damn, shouldn't have respected it. Nice stuff. Well played, GG. Oh. Okay, so we don't know if he has ace-ace. It didn't seem like he had jack while we were at range, but it's been a while. Let's just try. Okay, let's block. Wants to respect the queen. Question is, am I out of dodges? Is what he's asking himself right now. He knows I've got these 3 aces. Nice 10 throw. That's good stuff. That's okay. You can, like, the nice thing about playing grappler against BBB, well, especially like Midori against BBB, is he's gonna kind of hit you with like non-ranged stuff, and it's not tremendously powerful. I mean, we are at 16. That's not great. It's definitely not great. So I feel like he can afford to get thrown here. Yeah, okay. So we get the throw. So that'll put him at 21 exact, or no, 19 exactly. So there's no need to follow up there. Played the 5 as a block. Interesting. Okay. It's worth a shot, and it's something we can do as a result of some stuff. A lot of dodges in the discard. He's used 2. Okay. We're at 16, so he doesn't have any reach off of a dodge, except through ace-ace. Hey! Alright, that is a fairly good indicator. He does not have 2 aces remaining. Yeah, exactly. Watch, he's gonna gold burst me now. Okay, that could indicate a joker, but again, yeah, we had the backup power up, so we could have gotten out of it. And ace or dodge hedges nicely. Like, it's very unlikely he's going to throw there because I've got the pressure off the AA. Yeah, GG. Long last, I'm free to this burn. That's right. That's right. I save you. I save you. Yeah, let's go random. Okay. All right. Good luck, Tekapo. Ah, okay, interesting. Troc. Yes, Troc indeed. All right, well, let's see what happens. See if we can make some stuff happen. Oh. All right, we did it. We didn't die. What happened? I blacked out for a while. Straight into the audience. Yeah, Dan, if you lost, you can. If you wait for the rematch to happen, there's an option that just says spectate. Once you're at character select, then yeah, then you should be fine. Do I get thrown? Oh, thank God. I don't die. Okay, never again. The redemption of feathers. Top 10 anime betrayals. That's feelings you guys are killing me. Okay, let's get rid of this too. Let's try not to get crossed up. Ooh, okay, we get queened instead. Fair enough, fair enough. Look, if you want, Trock wants to win combat, he gets to win combat. That's just the way it works. Nothing inside. Wake me up inside. Let's do this. Ah, dang. Didn't work. Our opponent has deployed a powerful block card to stymie our offense. Yeah, unfortunately, this is not exactly an adrenaline-fueled matchup, so apologies to everyone. But I guess there are some ARG fans in the crowd, so I'll try to do a good showing. Hopefully R2 has now conditioned him to king throw us. Ah, okay, well, that'll work. That will work as well. You know, take 2 of these, and then the doctor hands you 2 like 2 sixes. Call me in the morning. Oh, dang. Okay. Nope. Go ahead. It was my fault for thinking that I could stand. I apologize. I'd like to take this moment to apologize to my fans for my behavior. I didn't mean it. Is this a setup for another block is the question. And the answer is I don't want to get crossed up. Oh, thank God. Oh, that's a rude cross up. It beats even and odd blocks. Gross. What kind of nonsense technology is this? All right, so we've been peppering him with, peppering our opponent with attacks. Hopefully that means we've bought ourselves a block. Oh, we totally didn't. We super did not. See, this is the posture of a grappler player. Learning nothing from the past. Refusing to learn in order to achieve victory. I dig it. All right, king into king, the classic. Ah, dang. Now our foe is big, large. Big, large, or strong, huge. Take your pick. So we have no indicator that Tekapo has 3 aces. And in this position, they could just like queen or ace or jack us, but I'm choosing to believe that Tekapo wants to throw very badly. Oh my god. We hath been got. The classic 4 attack. It hurts internally is the problem. It's the problem with that move. Let's try to do this. Ah, thank goodness. We made the hurting stop. At last. At last the pain has gone away. Okay, so now that my aces are gone, certainly attacks can come back out for our opponent. Ah, thank goodness. We are making it happen. Just going to go ahead and throw this dodge. Ah, shoot. Don't worry, don't worry. There's some lag. There's some long lag in the stream. I'm sure that was meant to be a dodge. It was just an input error. Accidentally got DP. It happens all the time to Troc players. We do the safest thing we can and just get DP'd again. That's fair. You know what? My mistake. You know? I thought it was my turn. It wasn't. It turns out it wasn't, actually. It was super not my turn. Huh. Well. Let's not get hit for 45. Hey, sick. We're going to ignore that face down because none of our stuff deals damage anyway, and we just want to end this game as quickly as possible as Argagark. Okay. I'm going to play the meanest combat reveal we can against our helpless opponent. Just desperately wants to live. Okay, thank God. I was like, do I 7 throw here? And the answer was very much no. Please, 7 throw would have been a disaster. Good game, Tekabo. That's all right. I mean, you DP'd a lot, and that was effective. You got 2 attached aces, halfway there. Just got to put it all together, get 3 aces, and then make your opponent deeply, deeply sad. I believe in you. Next time. Next time, I'm sure. Blocking OP, please remove? Yeah, seriously. It's called an attack, and you can just choose not to lose to it? That's crazy. Wow. Just play face cards. Hey. All right. Let's do it. Ooh, Jaina versus Gloria. Interesting. Okay. How do we play this first turn? I'd like to not die, so let's use that to guide our play. Okay. Love this matchup. Thematically appropriate. Is it? There's some kind of lore I'm missing? It's gonna 10 block for a while, I think. I don't particularly want to engage in the neutral game against Gloria. I hope you can forgive me. So in this matchup, I'm looking for like 3s and 4s and 5s, basically. 3, 4, 5, 6. And I just want to turn those into aces and oppress Gloria all day. But right now, I'm very much hoping that Dan will throw me. Ah, sadness. All right. That's why we block against Gloria in neutral. Oh, this can go very badly for us. Oh my god. Oh god. Oh Jesus. All right, well, we generously received a little bit of extra health there, which is nice. Wow. Good friend. Much thoughtful. God, God darn. Ah, beans. Okay, well, this should be a dodge into 19. Oh, wait, no. Hasn't got aces back. Yeah. We'll take 5. That's okay. Lose the queen. That's a little sad. No aces still. No aces, low hand, so I don't think a throw is coming, so we'll just block. Yeah. So long as no aces in hand, I'm okay with stalling. I don't have huge damage off of my combat options, so seems reasonable. Okay. Block, block. I'm fine with that. Okay, that makes things a little interesting. Sure. Let's do it. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Still just 2. Okay. Not a great Joker. Get some health back. That's nice. Lose some health. It's less nice. The ordering? No, you can OD first. Yeah, you can get additional value off of sphere that way. Hey, nice. I'll take that. And we'll do. Is there anything you want to get back? No, it's pretty crappy cards. Okay. Full speed ahead. Fair enough. Hey, welcome back, Caroline. Good to see you. Retrieve Ace of Hearts. Okay. Nice. I don't believe you. Nice. Let me just read my character card real quick. Okay, so if I take both of these back, yeah, I'll be at exactly 10. I really don't want that to be real. So I'll take one of these back. Go for it. Hey! Did it. Got him. Hucked. Yeah, I'll get the exactsies. Oh, wait, never mind. Yeah, that was more than exactsies. All right. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Okay, we've equalized our wins and losses now. I can be happy about that. And so the one thing I would mention, Dan, is I think that was the second time where you had I think you had Jack of Hearts in hand, and you were leading the non. Hey, likewise, Hippo. You were leading the non-hearts. Oh, is it muted? Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. Yeah. He's muting the stream. Okay, cool. Where you led. Oh, Jesus, what the hell is this? The game really likes BBB right now. Yeah. So I think you led a non-hearts Jack. At least once, maybe again in that most recent game when you had the Hearts Jack in hand. So just keep an eye on that. I'm not sure if I was tracking the Jacks properly in the last game, but yeah. So is he gonna expect me to play stupid is the question, and I think I'll just not. I'm gonna, for once in my life, I'm gonna not play stupid and get punished for it, of course. Of course. Carolad, you fiend. Yeah. How dare you? Message sent. Yeah. Okay, alright. Alright, buddy. Fair enough. We got. Is this just going to be Carolada pressing me on knockdown? Like, is that the story here? Ah. Boo. You were supposed to play the 7 again. Loop achieved. Please, brother. May I stop having loops? Man, what do you do against Vendetta? That's ridiculous. Throw me? Ah, of course. Well, it's okay. I was going to block with the 3 anyway, so this would still have worked. Oh my god. Maybe I should play Vendetta against BBB. He's gonna 2 me, but I don't have any even blocks. Jesus Christ. Okay. Alright. Fine. GG. Oh my god. Hey, we did it. We didn't lose combat. I didn't think that was actually... I thought that got patched out, actually. Nice. Yeah. He only likes when BBB only likes it when you do loop other people. Obviously. Yeah. Yep. Brutal. Brutal. Nasty. Yeah, RNG, definitely not in my favor. Oh, Vendetta. Ven confirmed good. Please, Techable, let's not go too far, okay? Let's keep it within reason. Don't give people ideas, all right? You want to be responsible for sending people to the Ven main camp? Ugh. Ugh. Okay, all right. Well, this is actually a real matchup. So we see this fairly consistently, I would say. It's definitely in the meta for anti-Quince play. Flagrant Angles plays this matchup quite beautifully in tournament. Yeah, story mode match. That's right. This decides the lore. But yeah, no, this is a neat matchup. Valerie, once she gets going, can just like oppression session Quince just the hardest possible out of the entire cast. But Quince just deals boatloads of damage if he accidentally touches Valerie, so it's pretty slick. Oh, Tekapo, you're a Ven main. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant all of that bad stuff about Ven in jest. Haha. No, yeah. Vendetta is a cool character. I like playing him. I like playing against him with certain characters, but yeah, obviously my BBB Ven matchup knowledge is pretty it's pretty low. You might be right. I mean, I don't have tremendous results in Rook versus Ven. Um, I do okay with real characters. Wink. Ooh, the five cross up. It's nasty. Ooh, do we have a queen or the jack? No, okay. Still 18 damage and an ace. Pretty sweet. Valerie is still so Valerie is one of those characters that she doesn't get to play Yomi immediately. Like Trock or Oni or actually any of the grapplers, Onimaru, who's another great example? Gloria, Vendetta to a certain extent. They all get to play Yomi like from turn one. Whereas Valerie needs to play Drazo. Like she has to play Drazo first, and then she gets to play Yomi. Nice positive spin there. Carolad worried about, or just hedging against this king. Yeah, so this is what I'm talking about when I say like one of the ways you can beat Quince, like approach the Quince matchup, is just trying to outvalue him. Like Valerie has 80 hit points, so it's a little dicier. But like anytime Quince spins like a king, for example, you're like, oh, okay, I've got to have the fast throw, right? If I don't have the fast throw, oh my god, these cross-ups, Jesus Christ. What a god. He's in his head. Every time he plays like a king, you're like, okay, I've got to outthrow him. If I don't have a throw, I don't win. Well, that's true, but if you just play an attack faster than a 5, generally, because that's the thing he's probably going to duff you with if he thinks you're going to throw. If he does play the king, he just like gets to dodge into like a queen or an ace. And again, aces cost a lot of cards. So he can only do that on a higher hand size. Or he can only get a good amount of value, a strong amount of value off of dodge into ace, single ace, when he's got a higher hand size. Single queen, sure, you take 12 damage and you fall down, but compare that to losing to the throw side of the king mix-up, or losing to the duff side of that king mix-up, right, where they 5 attack you into 6-7 jack. 12 damage is fine, right? So that's why I'm saying, like, if you have a high hit point character, you can play that style of anti-Quince play. I think I'm a tired gold deck because yeah, it is. 7 years of play, yeah. It's got to be close to. I'd say at least 5 years. Flagrant Angles. Like definitely 4, maybe 5. Okay, now at 35 hit points, Valerie gets to play Yomi, right? She's got 10 cards in hand. She can now credibly threaten, like, throw into damage, attack into damage, dodge into damage. Quince is a little bit like that too. Like a 7-card hand for Quince is not ideal. But like a lot of his 2 queens stand before you, but one of them, they could not be more different in terms of speeds. Just barely, yeah, footsies. Yeah, that's kind of the challenge of Valerie. It's one of the reasons that it's one of the things that gatekeeps her out of like grave tier, like A tier, like character tier, or yeah, if we're talking S tier or the top tier, and then you've got A tier. Like Valerie is like at the end of A tier, just like a little bit below it. Big damage though, like she could really lay on the hurt. The problem is she can't threaten that damage like often off of her like turn 1, turn 2. She just usually has to wait until like turn 5, turn 6 before she could really get like dump truck amounts of damage going. And so she kind of can let her opponent like escape the early game basically for free. Like if you block a lot against Valerie in the early game, that would be my like layer 1 advice or layer 0 advice. Like if you're playing an opponent and they're picking Valerie, just block for the first like 4 turns. I mean, assuming you're not like a rushdown character, right? Like the scariest thing she can do to you like turn 2 is if turn 1 she threw you and then didn't follow up and then goes for a cross up. And that requires her to have a 10 in hand, probably. 4 other normals. right? So she can get 2 aces out of it. Otherwise, it's probably not all that beneficial. So it's like a really specific hand that she's got to have in order to make this stuff happen. Ooh, Carolad sees through it. Equalizes life totals. It's going to have a 12-card hand next turn. Managed to navigate Quince all the way to 32 hit points, losing only 3 hit points in the process. It's pretty slick. That's what, 3? That was 3 aces in the discard? No, that was all 4 aces in the discard. Just picked one up. Another 2 truths. Okay, so I guess you get a free 4. Yeah, those are pretty good piles. Feels bad. I don't know. Like, do you care about giving him a 7? You're Valerie, right? You have a 10, surely? Quarter of the deck in hand. I'd hope you'd have a 10. You have the threat of having a 10. I think you just give him a free 7 and then hope he doesn't pick up better cards. Ooh, oh, grasped. Fully grasped. Yeah, that's like face down or literally die territory. Like what's the max that you can get off that? Like see no normal or 2 6s. Okay, never mind. I was like, Jesus Christ, it's like throw into what 5/5, 5/5, something crazy. Oh, the nasty 4 cross up, the bold strokes. Quince better have the other Joker. Yeah, immediate face down. Do you respect it though? Oh wow, it doesn't go for the. Interesting. I guess you want the dodges? Or maybe he just doesn't have. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Just wondering, you pumped with Jack, Queen, King. Like, aren't all of those better than a normal? Anyway, I don't know what his hand is. It's the peril of making judgment calls like that. Yeah, there's the 3, so I had at least one normal. There's the other bolt strokes. All right, so this is curtains. Oh, sad face. Rip. Yeah, 2 jokers for that Quince and still ended up at -11. Nice. What else have we got? Only one normal in hand? Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, that makes sense, right? I shouldn't even have assumed. The valuation would have been correct, right? All right, who else we got? Who's left in the room? We got Dan, we got Feathers, Tekapo, Hippo. Hey, let's see it. Okay. So we've established a couple of things about Yomi RNG, the random picker. It loves BBB, it loves Valerie, and it loves Argagarg. These are the only 3 characters you will get. All right, early throws from Caroline. Immediately cashing in the damage. Yeah, expecting an aggressive stance from Karelad in this matchup. Because again, unless Valerie has a very specific hand, yeah, you're going to get poked for 2, and then, you know, it's essentially your turn again. Once Val's hand gets up to like 9, 10, that's when things can start to get a little dicey. So there's like 2 ways to approach matchups with Valerie, right? You're either going to get aggressive very early, trying to push as much damage as possible while she doesn't have her feet. And then eventually you'll run out of steam, or she will have managed to like win or tie enough combats to be able to get to her hand, and then you try to close out the session. The other way is just like if your character wins in the late game versus Valerie, then you don't have to engage in the early game at all, right? You sit back, you relax, you block, you build your hand, you develop your cards, you get aces, and then as Valerie flails around, like all the mistakes are hers to make in the early game in that situation. Oh, good blocks from Karelad here. As the Yomi bot Argagarg says, you don't drown, or what is it? You don't drown in the water by getting in it. You drown by staying in it, or something like that. Something far more like correct. But the concept is the same. Ooh, here we go. Bold stroke or oh no, doesn't even have it. Oof. That is super rough. That is a 13 damage queen. Trock, eat your heart out. Okay, there we go. We're out of prison. But now Tekapo has 9 cards and probably no 10s. So he's still pretty much at the mercy of Argagarg's neutrals. Ooh, do we have a 10 now? We do. Do we have a 10 from Karelad? Doesn't look like it. All right. All right, bold strokes as well. Here we go. Will it kill? Oof. Yeah, it's a rough combo. Still, 24 damage for Spaghetti. It's not bad. 2 more of those and we're in business. Yeah, Tekapo looking to defend himself from a throw, I think, probably on that last turn. Ooh. Yeah. Precious few hit points remaining. Yeah, I did have the Joker. Feels very sad to have to Joker like 7 damage there, but definitely absolutely necessary. And getting those 2 additional cards is going to be really, really necessary next. Ah, GG's. That's it. Yeah, Arg having a 0.2 speed double ace is really rough in this matchup. A lot of this matchup is decided in the early and the mid game, pretty much. Like, does Arg have the Joker to be able to play safe? Does Valerie get the combat win with enough of a powerful grip of cards to back it up? Very tense early game. All right, Hippo's back. Hippo with the Geiger. Watch this Geiger mirror match real quick. Oh, Vendetta. All right. Here we go. All right, Ven versus Geiger. Interesting. So I guess Vendetta is the rushdown in this instance. So like Vendetta's 2 does a lot of business in this matchup, as it does in every matchup. Oh, the cross up 2. Nasty. How does it feel, Carolad? How does it feel? All right. Yeah, 2 poke to draw is fine. Okay, both. Carolad definitely doesn't seem like he's got any gas in the tank, cards wise. Yeah, and Geiger perfectly happy to sit back and block. Feels bad. Good. Gonna hit you with the pensive kitty real quick. Jesus Christ, what? Psychic dodge. Yep. Here we go. Here's the. You're gonna really wish you had those aces. Yeah. Exactly now. Kind of an odd place to put double ace, though, I do have to say. Just because Carolad was definitely playing in such a way that it's like I don't have a 2. Yeah, this is the lesson I'm learning now from watching Carolad playing casuals. No respect given. I'm gonna have to add that to my database. Make sure I don't do anything silly like respect him in the future or expect him to respect me. Yeah. So, Carolad, when are we going to see you switch to Vendetta? There we go. Give him hell, Hippo. Give him hell. Nice. Set him back down to 40 hit points. 10 cards in hand, though. That's a grip. Oh, the 10. Yeah. Well, no. I mean, the 10 was there because obviously Wondrous Hippo would never play AA in neutral without having King or another AA in backup, clearly. So not respecting the King there, or yeah, the Wake Up King on your part was, I mean, incredibly risky. Who taught you how to play this game? Nice clutch throw from Carolad. Oof. The footsies. That undercut too, yeah. Shush, how dare you. Stop it. Don't expose me like this on stream. Stream canceled. Everybody go home. Hey, all right, there we go. The great equalizer. So 2 known aces in Hippo's hand. Absolutely no information known about Carolad's hand. Oh no, wait. We know he has a 2. Yeah, 2 of hearts is in play for Carolad for sure. See how Hippo handles this. Oh, the 10 throw. Jesus Christ. Oh man, doesn't that feel gross? You just spent a 3, an 8, and a 10 to beat a 10 throw. The 10 is the throws from Geiger. MLG 10 throw. There is a counter, folks. There is a counter. Ah, lets it loose. Carolad plays his 2 like a coward. Boo this man. Boo. Boo. Oh, gets him with the silent AAA. Gross. GG. Nicely played, Carolad. Clutch 10 throw from Hippo. Well done. Put the fear of God in him at least. All right. What do we got? Got Feathers, Tekapo, Dan. All right, Dan. Get him. Get this man. Oh, Jesus. Carolad, how could you? I think after this game, I'm gonna call the stream for today. So in advance, thank you very much, everybody who tuned in. Thanks everybody who participated in the matches. So shout outs to Carolad, Dan, Feathers, Hippo, Tekapo, Flagrant Angles. Am I missing anybody? I think that was it. If I missed you, my apologies. But thank you very much for coming out. First of all, hanging out in the stream, making the chat fun, and yeah, playing some good games. It's nice to see some Yomi activity. Gah, what a bully. What a nasty man. Yeah, tough matchup for Gloria. There's definitely, like, of the grappler matchups, you've got Midori is her toughest, definitely. Terrible matchup for Gloria. Trock is probably still bad, and then Rook is like even to okay. Depending on the Gloria player, they feel differently about the Rook matchup. But it's definitely the one she has the most success with. Yeah, you got to be. Are you taking notes, Tekapo? It's important. This is this is top tier Troc play right now. Third king? No. Third king would have worked too. But the bold block from Dan paying out. Oh, can only grab the 9. But yeah, definitely should. So you get the 9 back, you get the free draw off the sphere, and then the normal draw. Ooh. Yeah, goes in big with the 4.0 sign of Ray and Moonlight. Not a bad call for sure. Great anti-throw play. Carolad just slowing the game down, sitting back, getting those double blocks. Yeah, this is a tough match just because, especially in the early game. Ooh, nice. That's what you want to see for sure as Gloria. In the early game, Gloria is stuck in neutral with Troc, and it takes a while for her to be able to play her own game, like a game with really strong payoffs and stuff. So she's got to deal with, the fact that she don't want to attach too many blocks to Troc early. Troc's fast side of Jack trades with 2.2 speed King and Jack from Gloria's side, which is tricky because you want to be winning combat with Gloria, be able to get your heals and your draws off and stuff like that. And yeah, you can if you get too low, then War Stomps could really cause issues for your hand. Oh, Carolad, the Oki God. Just try to win combat against him when you're knocked down. Just try to. I dare you. So now Dan is stuck in low hand prison. He's got to navigate his way up back to a normal sized hand. Yeah. Carolad just fishing for aces, queens, kings, dodges. Everything else can be discarded. And ideally powered up for more aces. Hey, there we go. That's a start. Winning combat is a strong play. Definitely encourage you all, Yomi players, to try to pursue that strategy. Tougher than it looks. Definitely tougher than it looks. All right, still on a 3-card hand. 27 hit points. So not out of the game just yet, but it's going to be tricky. Yeah. The rest of this game is probably going to cost. Yeah. The rest of this game is going to be an effort for Dan to try to get back his hand size. And the issue is with Troc having defensive mastery, even if Dan plays normals, he's not guaranteed to get those cards. off a normal combat reveal. Okay, single ace power up on Karalad's side here. Ooh. It's outsped. Dan looking for the dodge. But again, Karalad is in no respect mode. So on 3 cards and with a bunch of kings and queens in the discard, Karalad's like, nah, whatever. If you've got a queen, I don't even care. Yep. The quarter pressure. Yeah, the quarter pressure is very real. That's it's one of the more difficult things about starting out and playing against grappler characters. GG, Karalad. Is managing your hand to be able to take the win in the late game. All right, folks. Thank you again for everyone who tuned in. Really appreciate it. Feel free. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed dropping in. Enjoy the rest of the games. Keep the room going, of course, as long as you'd like. And yeah, I'm going to go and grab some food and just otherwise get started with my day. Thanks again, everybody who tuned in. I had a blast. I'm definitely going to be doing some more streaming in the future. So thank you all for making that a fun, exciting, and warm experience for me. And until next time, enjoy yourself some Yomi. Heart you guys. Cheers.